All right. I didn't want to do this one, but by request, we're going to take a look at the full trailer for the new cartoon for Harley Quinn. It's going to have lots of violence and adult themes.
Can we talk about this later?
Not now when? I can't spend my whole life just bashing goons. I want to be your partner in crime.
Jesus, this guy. Harley, I'd never deny you the pleasure of buying me time to escape.
Joker never left me.
Not sure I'm digging that. Is that Mark? It doesn't sound like Mark Hamill doing the Joker voice. But I don't know. Already, I'm sort of down on it. It doesn't seem to have the energy of the animated series. It seems a little lifeless.
He only loves Batman.
Oh, boo fucking who? Come talk to me after Saint Bernard shits on your face.
What?
You're a strong woman who doesn't care what other people think.
Right, exactly.
Please.
If I want a crew, I should be looking for scumbags no one else believes in.
That really hurt you!
Holy shit, he just became like the least employable person on earth. Exactly.
Again, the whole problem with this thing is Harley is not a hero. She's an a-hole. And look at how she acts.
I didn't just get a crew of bad guys. I got the fucking worst. Joker, this is my force.
Well, it was.
Throw Harley out.
If you don't stop fuck with me, I will fuck right back.
I don't think the close-up shot of Harley walking in slow-mo or whatever, that shot, I don't think that really works in an animated series. It just doesn't work. Not with this kind of animation. Maybe in a different style it might have worked, but that, I could see what they're doing, but it's like not quite happening. It's weird. The other thing is too, she's taking out those goons super easily and really doing damage to them. I don't think Harley has any superpowers. She's not particularly trained. Her background is she was a psychiatrist at Arkham Asylum and fell in love with the Joker and went nuts and joined his gang.
Seems like she's doing pretty well.
You know she has HPV, right?
Most sexually active adults do.
Anyone who is a respected supervillain is in the Legion of Doom. That's when you know you made it. If Joker can get in, so can I.
It's too ridiculous. It holds no weight for me because, Harley was a fun character for the Batman animated series, but like a lot of characters that become popular, they're side characters. I can name them off. You got Boba Fett, right? Side character becomes popular. Lobo, side character becomes popular. You could think of a million examples. And part of the reason they're popular is their mystique. Like, for Lobo, it was, they would talk about Lobo like, oh God, I hope Lobo doesn't show up. And then if he did show up, it was like everybody ran away because they are like a force, almost like a force of nature unto themselves. And that's why they can't be in everything all the time, because once you make them the main character, it diminishes them. And so this is diminishing Harley.
You crossed the line, Quinn. You're going to our company.
You could be the next member of the Legion of Doom.
I thought it was Legion of Dildo.
And we kind of have seen the whole movie here. It's... I mean, I get what they're doing, but Harley Quinn, the Joker, all these bad guys, yeah, okay, it's fun to see them once in a while, but if they're bad guys, and then you got to see them, like, I don't know, go to the grocery store or something stupid like that, they're not bad anymore. There's no mystique to them. bad guys are supposed to be bad. They do horrible things, and you know, in order for her to be the main character, she has to be likable. Or the characters around her have to be so unlikable, she's the least unlikable character in the mix. So, again, this is just, it's exploiting the fact that Harley Quinn is still popular. Girls love the costume. All the fangirls love to dress up as Harley Quinn. If you go to a comic book convention, you'll see, if you see less than 5 Harley Quinns, I'd be surprised. I get the phenomenon. It was the same thing with Venom. There's another example, comic example. Venom was a character. He was a villain of Spider-Man, but he was so popular they kept bringing him back. But eventually, it diminished the character, and then they had to change him, and then they had to try to make him like a good guy because it was the only way to justify why we kept seeing him. Whereas in the beginning, he was so over the top and evil, like, oh my God, Venom's coming. That was the reaction. Now it's like, oh yeah, there's Venom. So, this doesn't help the character. This doesn't help Batman. Certainly, it totally detracts from the Batman series. And quite frankly, you're sending a bad message. You're elevating a character who's bad to the hero position, and she'll always be bad. You can't make her good. I mean, I guess you could, but I'm sure the fans would go bananas. Like, what are you doing now? So, that would be a strong creative decision if they finally said, well, she's so popular, we have to make her a good guy, like a totally good guy. They're not going to do that because I think most of these characters are trapped in sort of this corporate sphere where true creative decisions can't really be made. You always get these sort of corporate meeting sort of decisions. It's mediocrity by committee, basically. So you're always going to get these halfway measures, and maybe they'll try it for a couple episodes and then bring her back and make her evil again. And people will complain. That's part of the problem too, right? If you make a major change in a comic book character, people complain. They complain bitterly because they like the character the way she is or he is. And then if you get enough complaints, then you're like, well, we got to turn it back. Because a small vocal minority can influence these guys. Because they're afraid of losing viewers. And if something goes bad, there you go. So, I wouldn't watch this show. I wouldn't support this show. Harley was a good character for the Batman animated series. Now she's got her own thing. She's got her own movie. They're just not for me, And I think, it's something I wouldn't encourage kids to watch because it sends the wrong message. These characters are bad. Keep bad guys bad, I say. Make new guys. Make new good guys who are cool like this. Why can't you make a good guy or good girl who has a cool costume and does crazy things, but is still good? Why don't you just make new characters? But, it's hard to find those phenomenons, and Harley Quinn is a phenomenon. There's no denying it. Cartoon, movie. What are you going to do?